Hey guys. Hello, we're live. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I hope you've had a wonderful week. And if not, it's okay, it's the weekend. And tomorrow's a new day. Yeah, I've missed you guys. I think it's been about a month since I've gone live. I've been working on a couple of things that I am excited to release, and also resting. Um, and I think I'll do a live on that coming in the future of the importance of rest as you're pursuing your calling. But yeah, one of the projects I've been working on, I have had the wonderful opportunity to collaborate with some wonderful women and co-author a book, and the title is called The Transformative Power of a Name. And I had an opportunity to tell part of my story. And that's all I'm going to give you guys. More details will be coming soon. Stay tuned, stay connected to this page because I will be releasing some information on how you can learn more about that. But I'm so excited for that project. But as I have been working on it, as I've been writing, I had the wonderful opportunity to just think about names and what that means, and the importance of it, the power of it, and all of that. So that's what today's discussion is based off of. And it's also based off of a previous post that I made called, I think I wrote something along the lines of names establish identity. And what are some names that you've accepted that were never yours to begin with? And I want to unpack that today. And I know it's kind of a deep question, but that's okay. We're going to process through it today. And I actually have a story that I've been thinking about and reading through. And I think that'll help us kind of flesh out this idea of names and their power. So for this particular story, it's about the eagle who thought he was a chicken. Right? Doesn't that sound crazy? Why would an eagle think he was a chicken? So, an eagle, when he was young, he fell out the nest, the safety of his nest, and onto the floor. Now, a chicken farmer walks by, sees the eaglet, very young eagle, on the floor, and takes him back to his chicken farm and puts the eagle in a chicken coop. So now the eagle is growing up surrounded by other chickens. So he begins to live like a chicken. He begins to do what chickens do. And he starts to believe that he's a chicken. Now, a naturalist hears about this particular eagle who's acting like a chicken and is fascinated. They can't believe it's true. So the naturalist comes to the farm and sees this eagle acting like a chicken. He's pecking the ground. He's strutting around the coop like a chicken. And the naturalist takes the eagle and puts him on the fence of the chicken coop and says, "Eagle, you are an eagle. Spread your wings and fly." And the eagle looks at the naturalist, looks down at the chicken coop, and sees that the chicken coop is comfortable and jumps back down. Now, the farmer says, "I told you, this eagle is now a chicken. It's been trained like a chicken. It now believes it's a chicken. It is a chicken." Now, the naturalist who specializes in nature knows exactly what this eagle is capable of, and refuses to take that as an answer. So the naturalist comes back the next day, brings the eagle to the top of the farmhouse and says, "Eagle, you are an eagle. Spread your wings and fly." And once again, the eagle looks at the naturalist, looks at the chicken coop down below, and sees that it's comfortable there and doesn't fly. And the farmer says, "Give up. This eagle is a chicken. It is a chicken. That's it." Now, the naturalist once again refuses to take that as an answer, because he understands that the eagle was born an eagle and still has the heart and purpose of an eagle. So the naturalist comes back the next morning and takes the eagle and the farmer to the edge of a mountain, far away from the farm and far away from the chicken coop. And as they walk towards the mountain and they reach the mountain, the naturalist says, "Eagle, you are an eagle. Spread your wings and fly. You do not belong on the earth. You belong in the sky. So fly." So the eagle, he's able to view the sky in a different way. He does not have the distraction of the chicken coop. And he begins to slowly flap its wings and begins to fly. And what the story told me, it told me a couple of things, and I want to share it with you guys. So the first thing is that we begin to act like the names that we believe. So the eagle was told it was a chicken and started to believe it was a chicken. So it acted like a chicken. That's why I believe names establish identity if you believe it. Because what you're told and what you believe, you begin to do. So how many names have you been told and believed that weren't necessarily true, but you began to act like it? Number 2, I saw that sometimes it takes an expert to call out the true identity of a thing. And for me, I believe that is God. He's the one who created you and knows everything about you. So what are the names that God is calling you that you refuse to accept, actually, because it's uncomfortable? In this story, the eagle keeps looking back at its prior environment, the chicken coop, and finds that it is good to stay there. But the naturalist is calling it higher, quite literally higher to the sky, but also higher to its identity. So what names are God calling you? Is God calling you and you refuse to accept it because it's a little bit uncomfortable? The last thing is that you begin to act like your truest identity once you're in environments that allow you to live out that truest name. It wasn't until the eagle was separated from what was familiar that it started to live out its truest identity. So my question to you is, are you willing to live at your fullest potential, even though it may cause a little bit of uncomfort? Are you willing to go through life just surviving, not being fulfilled, and staying where you are because where you're being called to is not where you've been? Don't fear the unknown for the sake of being safe or comfortable, because you don't know what's on the other side of your potential once you actually step into that new environment. So my homework for you guys is to go through those questions, and also affirm yourself in who God has called you. What are the names that God has called you? And repeat that to yourself so that you start to believe what He has said about you, which is the truth. And then you start to live out that truth. And by doing that, you'll be moving closer and closer and walking into your calling. So that's all I had for you guys today. I found that story interesting. I hope you did too. If not, that's cool. But I think the homework is beneficial. I find myself doing it. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.